Hey YouTube, welcome back to my show, The Leopard. We are fun, sexy, fearless, independent, and always very opinionated. I'm here to discuss the episode American Horror Story Apocalypse, episode 2. And before you go, I will be doing episode 3, so look out for that. That episode was everything, but this one was crazy as well. So let's go. Starts off with Emily in her room, and her closet door opens. And she literally is like freaking out because she goes in there and she's the only one in there and she sees snakes. She sees snakes and like, oh my goodness, the devil. The only reason why it's there is because of Michael Langdon. And, she starts screaming, and Venable and not Venable, but the Amazon woman and Miss Meg comes in, and basically she like kills them, and she's like, oh, this is going to be good eating. This right here, this is going to be so good. And I'm thinking they're gonna eat snakes. And she's like, "How do you know it's not contaminated?" We'll read them and skin them and stuff, so they'll be okay. Meanwhile, at the dinner table when they're getting ready to eat, they open up their food, and the snakes are not just in the stew, but they've come back to life. They were chopped up, cooked, but they all came back to life. And everybody gets up and is just freaking out because they're like, "Oh my god, oh my goodness, what in the world happened? What is this? Our food came alive." First we eat that's stew, and then we eat snakes that come back alive. If it were me, I would have to be down dead with the apocalypse. I do not want to be one of the leftovers. I really don't. Okay, everyone is wondering who was that who came there when we had the security breach. Who was it? And she was all in good time, all in good time. But Michael Langdon shows up and he tells them that he's going to put them through a test, and only a few of them will be selected to go into the sanctuary. And Evan Peters is just like, I'll go first. I want to going to get it over with. And he was like, why do you want to go first? He was like, I just do. And Michael Langdon was like, then so you shall. He's just trying to be all sedity with his. I'm just like, this is the Antichrist. I cannot. I don't fear him, but I just no. So he goes first, and Michael Langdon asks him. He's like, "So, tell me about your anger. Tell me about your grandmother." She's just like, "Why would you mix both of them?" He goes, "I just did. How do you feel about it?" He just goes, "I hate her guts. She wants me to be the perfect gay, and I just something I'll never be. A gallant." She said, "Yes, a gallant." And he just like, "Well, are you gay?" He was just like, "Yes, I am gay, but I've been with a woman before. We finished and everything. I think she did. It's kind of hard to tell with girls, but if you need me to sleep with a girl to procreate, I'll do that." He's just like, "Oh no, that's not necessary." And he tells Michael Langdon about this story about how his grandmother used to have all these parties, invite these gay boys there for him to marry and date, and how he showed up in a gas mask and was just being extra with it. And she was just like, "Oh, so you like leather?" And he goes, "I like a lot of things." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness." And he asked Michael, he's like, "So are you gay?" He was like, "Why? Does that turn you on?" He goes, "Yeah, what are you going to do about it?" And basically, he just doesn't do anything, just tells him, "You may leave now." He's just like, "Really?" Emily and Timothy go into Michael's room. They're looking for something on his computer that will tell them where the sanctuary is so that they can escape and find it on their own. They're tired of being cooped up there waiting, sneaking kisses every here and there. And basically, they go on his computer and they see that the rules that she made are bogus. And meanwhile, the rubber man is above them on the ceiling watching them. You're just like, oh my God, the rubber man is back from season 1. Evan Peters is in his room getting ready to like self pleasure himself. And I'm like, what in the holy hell is going on? And so before he could really do it, it's a knock at the door. And it's the rubber man. And Evan goes up to him, just like, "Oh, baby, I knew you wanted me." He thinking it's Michael Langdon. And they start doing it. And oh my, that scene was like, what in the world? And Joan Collins hears all this moaning and groaning, and she's just like, what in the world is going on? She goes in and she sees her grandson getting his back blown out by the rubber man. And he's just doing all this grunting and groaning. I'm just like, oh my God. And she watches it, then she goes and tells Venable and Miss Mad. And I'm just like, how can you rat him out like that? You really don't care. So they string him up like a slave, basically, and they start whipping him with these whips. And each time he gets a slash, he yells out an iconic gay guy from the 70s. And it is so funny. He's just like, bring it on. He's just like, I haven't had this much fun since the Falcon Festival or whatever he says. Just bring it on. And she just goes, stop, because he's getting off on this. She sees that he's getting hard and he's here for it. He wants the pain. He's into that 50 Shades of Grey crap. And Michael comes in and he's just like, he goes, oof, you know, we and you should continue to do what we did earlier. You know, it was just so good. And that's all I could think about when they were whipping me was how you gave it to me. And oh my God, no matter what, I would have never sold you out. He was like, oh, you think that was me? He goes, yeah. He goes, no. He goes, I would not sleep with you. You were the last man on earth. And you almost are. He said, I wouldn't sleep with you. And it's not because you're not attractive. It's because you're so desperate. Even your grandmother can't stand you. She's just like, you don't know anything about my name. I know she's the one who told Venable and Mad about you sleeping with the rubber man. He just goes, really? So they have this scene with Venable and Michael Langdon, and basically he calls her out for lying about the rules that she made up. She's just like, I had all these rules made up from these other outposts, and he knows she's lying. He's just like, undress, like I want to do this experiment. She's just like, no, so he undresses her himself, and her back is like, her spine is like curved, or I don't know if it's infected, or like she has something wrong with her spine. Like, I don't know if it's scoliosis or whatever it is, but basically that's why she uses the cane. And he looks and he goes, oh, does it hurt? And she goes, no. But he says, but does it cause you pain? And she's just like, yes, yes. And then they have this moment where he just all in her face, and he look like they're about to kiss. And then she just goes, did I pass? Did I get in? And he goes, no. And she looks all surprised. I'm like, why would you think he let you in? You lied to him. He said, do not lie, because I will know. And Emily and Timothy, I keep calling them Timothy. Emily and Timothy have sex. And she's just like, what are you doing? She's just like, something we should have did a long time ago. So they sleep and they have sex. And the Amazon woman and Miss Mad walk in on them. My thing is, if they were going to sleep together, they should have literally made sure that they went back to their rooms before anybody found out. Like, sneak around and do it. But they fell asleep, and they came in there and seen that they had slept together, and they literally were about to get punished. And they took them to the shower room, and they're getting ready to just kill them right in front of each other. And they're having flashbacks, and when they saw the other couple get shot, and they're just like, oh my gosh. She goes, Emily, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But Timothy grabs a gun and knocks out the Amazon woman and shoots Miss Mad. But the Amazon woman gets up, knocks him out, and we get to see Miss Mad. She looks down at her wound, and it's like tubes in there, like she's not even human, like she's a robot or something. And she just looks like, oh my God, like she didn't even know. She didn't even know. And the episode ends with Evan seeing the rubber man. He just goes, oh, so you basically, you wouldn't sleep with me if I was the last man on earth? Oh, let me show you something. And proceeds to take a pair of scissors and stabs him. Stab, still thinking it's Michael Langdon. He turns around, Michael's in the door like, I told you it was not me. Then he goes and looks down. He's covered in blood, and the rubber man was his grandmother. And it's just like, what in the world? Was the rubber man, I know it wasn't his grandmother before. That's the trick Michael did. He did that so he would kill his own grandmother. And that's how the episode ends. And I am like, oh my God. Another crazy episode. Can't wait to review episode 3 that came on last night. That was the best episode thus far. You've been getting a little tired with it. With episode 3, it brings it. And I was so here for it. My Twitter and Instagram is always lit. So be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at that Virgo Vixen. And if you're fun, sexy, fearless, and independent about American Horror Story, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment below and tell me what you think is going to happen next. Because I cannot wait for the witches to come. This episode was great. And I can't wait to see more. Peace.